So today I'm at King's Dominion. I'm excited. It's basically King's Island, but maybe a little bit less good, but hopefully as good. I love King's Island so much. So we'll see how King's Dominion is. So let's go in and ride Dominator and Pantherion over there. That just opened like a week ago, so that's nice. Yeah, it's a nice park. So let's go in and ride some roller coasters. Oh yeah, it's definitely giving Kings Island vibes. Ooh, nice. This park is also celebrating its 50th anniversary because it opened in 1975 and it's 2025 now, so 50 years, beautiful. All right, we're in. So far the park is nice, but we're gonna go to the 50-year birthday present, Repterra. So let's go on a brand new B&M launched wing coaster. So let's go. And here we are, the new for 2025 Repterra. And when the testing footage came out for this thing, oh my gosh, it sent a doozy to everybody because that launch was bouncy, oh my gosh. So yeah, this is gonna be rough. There's no secret that new B&Ms are getting on the rougher side, and it's kind of sad because I like my B&M smooth. Anyway, let's go ride Repterra and see how actually bouncy this thing is. Alright, just got off of 2 rides on Repterra. I was sitting at both times in the wing seat, second to back and front. It's definitely smoother a bit in the front, so that's very, very nice. But you know, it's fine. It doesn't really harm the ride, but it's just not good that it's there. It should be very much smoother. B&M should fix whatever issue they want, but apparently it's a cost-cutting measure, so they're probably not gonna fix it. But in terms of layout, it's actually pretty nice. It has like, some cool elements like this wave turn above here. The launch is nice. This thing is interesting. Yeah, it's all very fun and nice. It's just slightly too rough, but it doesn't really hurt the ride. It would just be nice if it was smooth. And even in layout wise, I do prefer Thunderbird at Holiday World. I think it has slightly of a stronger layout. It flies more through the trees, which is nice. And of course it's smoother, so Thunderbird is definitely better, but this one's good too. And now we are gonna go on the lone SNS 40 free spin in the Cedar Fair chain, Tumbili. It definitely looks so much better than the Six Flags ones. I love the paint job, the bamboo supports is beautiful. This is also the smaller version. It doesn't have 2 airtime hills on the top, it only has 1. Same like Dragon Slayer at Adventureland. And that one spins a lot. I hear this one doesn't spin that much, so yeah, it'll be fun though. So that was the most average 40 free spin ride I've ever had. Yeah, it's all right. Definitely the Six Flags ones are longer, which is probably better. And it doesn't spin as much as Dragon Slayer, so this is probably one of the worser free spins. I mean, it's still fine, but I don't really like free spins, so it's all right, but it could have some improvements. But the colors are nice. I like that. That's the best thing about this ride. And while we're here, we might as well ride the Mock Bobsled Reptilian. This is a weird fit, but there's some posters around this area that show like it's supposed to be like a mud ditch trench thing that you fly through, and there's alligators inside, so I guess the theming kind of makes sense, but it's interesting, but you know, it'll be fun. Anyway, the only other time I rode one of these was at Europa Park. I remember it being very, very, very vibrating, so hopefully Mach improved this. I think this is slightly newer than the one at Europa Park, but don't quote me on that. Okay, just got off of Reptilian. That was actually extremely smooth. What? The one at Europa Park was rough, and I was thinking it's because, you know, basically it's made by like metal sticks that are made into the trough. But this one was really smooth. I don't know why. That was weird. Ride itself, very fun. I like this S-bend turn part, and then it goes around here into the helix. That's fun. I really enjoy this ride. Yeah, please never remove it. I know these are getting rarer and rarer, like every day at this point, but it's really fun. I like it. And here we are at the former site of Anaconda, and oh my gosh, you could never tell there was a roller coaster here last year. What? How? They did some landscaping or something. Like, this is almost unrecognizable. I mean, I was never here when Anaconda was standing, but I really could never tell that there was a roller coaster here. Cedar Fair, very impressive landscaping, but please put something over here. It would be nice. I also did not know they had a mini volcano here. Like, what? That's weird. Why wouldn't I know about this? What? It's so beautiful though. I like it. And now it's time for the star attraction at this park, Pantherion, a Intamin Giga Coaster. It opened in 2010 as Intimidator and had McDonald's colors, and now it's black and orange, and I am so excited. Intamin Giga Coasters. Intamin is always great at making coasters, and a Giga Coaster by Intamin. Just rode Fury a couple days ago, so now let's see how this one is compared to Fury. Do I like B&M or Intamin better? So, yeah. Just got off of Pantherion for one ride. Huh, that was interesting. I do not know if I like this better than Fury or not. I don't know, this didn't really feel intense to me. Is something wrong with me? This is weird. Usually people say this is the most intense coaster ever, but it like has zero intensity. I don't know, maybe it's running slow, who knows. It's very smooth, I like that. The transitions aren't as whippy as I thought either. This is weird. I'm getting a weird sense right now. What? Overall, it's good. I just have to ride it a couple more times to, you know, figure out if it's good or not. Well, I mean, it is good, but I don't know if it's better than Fury or not. This Fury is cool because I like the airtime. This is kind of airtime-less, but, you know, it's fine. Overall, good ride. I just don't know if it's better or worse than Fury. Still, one of the better coasters I've been on. And now it is time for a 1996 Premier Rudd Spaghetti Bowl coaster, Flight of Fear. I really don't know what it's called anymore. They painted it this like green-brown building, and now who knows what it is. Anyway, enjoy some beautiful off-ride while I ride this beautiful coaster. Isn't this the most beautiful off-ride? Yeah, just beautiful. So that was interesting. Flight of Fear at Kings Island wasn't as good. I don't really remember it for some reason. It's really loud in here. Let me go somewhere else. Anyways, like I said, I don't really remember the Kings Island one for some reason. So this is basically my first indoor Flight of Fear clone because I really don't remember the one at Kings Island. I don't know what I was on that day. Anyway. It's smoother than I expected, but you know, I should have known it because it's a premiere and I rode the clone of it at Fiesta Texas that's outdoor, Poltergeist. This one trims a little bit more than Poltergeist, but I didn't really notice a difference. It's fine, just they were on one train, which was awful, horrible. But I did really enjoy the ride, and it's historical because it's one of the first magnetic launch coasters, so that's cool. Now we're gonna go on another premiere that Paramount added, Backlot Stunt Coaster, so let's go. And it just broke down. So I just ate something. It was alright, kind of overcooked and salty, and it took forever to get it. So Cedar Fair, improved your food at King's Dominion. It was one of the worst I've ever had at King's Dominion, so please fix your food. Apparently it broke down because they were removing the red train. What the heck, King's Dominion? Why? Improve your capacity. Use all trains if you have it in the morning. Why do you have to break it down, make the line longer, and then remove the train? But anyway, let's go on Backlot Stunt Coaster again. And now we are gonna go to the other side of the park, ride Twisted Timbers, racer and stuff, so let's go. Oh my gosh, it's the famous singing mushroom! Whoa. Okay, that was enough of the annoying singing mushrooms. Let's go on Racer, I think. And now it is time for Racer 75. As the name states, it opened in 1975. So let's take it for a spin. This shall be interesting. It's kind of a clone of the one at Kings Island, but not exactly, because the one at Kings Island kind of splits off before the turnaround. This one just stays together before the turnaround, but they're pretty much clones. So I like the one at Kings Island. We'll see how this one is. Well, just got off of Racer. That is a very fun coaster. It's smooth, the airtime's pretty good, and it's a racing coaster. I just love the concept of racing coasters, you know, just watching all the other people racing on a roller coaster is amazing. Also, I like this one. The lift hill kind of like speeds up and slows down of the other train, so you feel like you're winning and not, so that's fun. I love racing coasters. This just makes me kind of wish that they built more racing coasters, and the racing coasters that also already exist should race. American Eagle and Twisted Colossus. Anyway, yeah, very fun ride. I love racing coasters. Also, by the way, I'm walking on the site of Hypersonic XLC, which was a SNS air launch in this park in like the early 2000s. And I'm walking here where it was, and now it's gone, sadly. And if you couldn't tell already, I was heading to Twisted Timbers, a 2018 RMC conversion of Hurler. Yep, this was the only year Cedar Fair worked with RMC. I wish they worked with RMC a little bit more. They only built Railblazer, Twisted Timbers, and Steel Vengeance. They should have worked with RMC even more. But anyway, I think we should take it for a spin, so let's go on Twisted Timbers. So just got off of Twisted Timbers, and this is one of the weirdest RMCs I've ever been on. I think Alan Schilke, the person that designed this, was going a little crazy when he designed this, because there's some very weird transitions on this thing. Overall, very awesome ride, very smooth, very fun, definitely an improvement from Hurler. I rode that a couple days ago at Carowinds. I think Carowinds definitely should maybe build a clone of this and add Gold Striker there. That would be nice. It's a really good ride. The 3 consecutive camelbacks are amazing. That's probably my favorite part. And then the Zero G roll is fun. And some of the weird Outer Bank airtime hill things are not my favorite, but they're still very, very nice. Anyway, now it's time for the Mock Rides Wild Mouse Apple's Apple, and this is the big park version of the Big Drop. Yay! So let's go. Just got off of Apple's Apple. It's the big park version. They have a bunch of clones like at Knott's Berry Farm and all the Legoland parks. So I've ridden my fair share of those coasters. I think that one is probably the best because it's untrimmed or moderately trimmed. I mean, it's still trimmed. I don't think you can ever find a Wild Mouse that is untrimmed. But yeah, that was really, really fun. It was actually very smooth. I like the colors, like the green and brown is kind of cool. So yeah, I give it 5 stars. It's a good Wild Mouse. Anyway, now I think it's time for a Grizzly, a 1982 wooden coaster. It's back there somewhere. I think you have to go through a gift shop to get to it, which is strange, but not unheard of. Frontier City and Diamondback and stuff. So yeah, let's go ride Grizzly. And Coaster Guy recommends riding it in the back, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So let's go ride Grizzly. Whoa, this is a really cool queue line. It's like really thin and it's through the forest. I like this. Top 10 best queue lines I've ever experienced. Look at this. Beautiful, amazing, shady, amazing, awesome. All right, so a back row ride on Grizzly. That was actually pretty fun. The second half got really rough really fast, but the first half is really good. The first drop in the back row is amazing. That's the best part of the ride, the first drop in the back row. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. The other airtime hills hit too, so that was good. So yeah, Grizzly, very fun ride. I like it. But I don't think it would be as good of a ride in like 2022 because 2023 GCI kind of reprofiled and retracked it. So it's definitely a lot better. It's also kind of similar to Grizzly at California's Great America, except Grizzly at California's Great America has like half the airtime hills, which is weird. That's interesting, but yeah, it was a good ride. Definitely better than the one at California's Great America, that's for sure. Yeah, now I want to go on the water ride back here. Well, there is a log flume and a river rapids ride, but I don't know how long the lines will be, so we'll see. Yep, the line was too long, so we'll see what we do now. And over here in Planet Snoopy, they have Chance Aviator, which is kind of a rare ride. They have one at Elitch, and I kind of wanted to ride it because, you know, my home park has one. I want to see if it's bad at my home park, but it's closed, sadly, so. So I did the quick kiddie coaster credit hunt. That was fun. Woodstock Express apparently opened before the park even opened because it was like a zoo before. So that's an interesting fun fact. So this is, I guess, the oldest coaster in this park. So that's fun. Yeah, they're good roller coasters. They're all both clones. So a Great Pumpkin Coaster and with this one, Woodstock Express is clones of other ones, even in the Cedar Fair chain. So nothing special, but still fun. I should snag a quick ride on Boo Blasters. It's kind of hidden back here, but yeah, let's go on Boo Blasters. Yay.
Ah, I see guests have arrived. My spirits will want to play.
Well, just got off of Boo Blasters. That's definitely different than the one at Carowinds. The cars are different. I don't know if it's a different manufacturer, but it's definitely different. But it's still fun. At least this one has lasers to show you where you're shooting, so that's fun. Yeah, Boo Blasters is a very, very, very nice ride. And now I'm gonna get, I think the last major coaster I need at this park, Dominator. I think it's the world's longest B&M floorless coaster. Fun fact, this used to be located at Geauga Lake in Ohio, but then Cedar Fair kind of killed that park and relocated this here. So yeah, let's go ride Dominator. This is just absolutely massive, so let's go ride it. Dominator is great. Oh my gosh. That's definitely my favorite B&M Floorless for sure. That's amazing. Definitely better than Superman and Medusa. And I think the reason for that is that overbanked turn, and the massive loop. The overbanked turns give me Giga Coaster vibes. Not me comparing Dominator with Fury or anything, but yeah, it gives me Giga Coaster vibes. It's amazing. It's so good. The massive loop is amazing. It gives me full throttle vibes. So good. Yeah, everything about this coaster is good. Also, it's insanely long. So, yeah, that's a good roller coaster. Now, I think, speaking of a Giga Coaster, I should ride a Giga Coaster again. So, let's go ride Pantherion. Also, I forgot I wanted to say this, but Dominator was consistently having 5-minute dispatches on a B&M Floorless. King's Dominion, something is wrong with your operations. 5-minute dispatches on a B&M Floorless. I mean, what are the operators doing? I really don't understand, but whatever. Well, I got one ride on Pantherion and then it broke down. I don't know why, but yeah, Pantherion, I don't know, it's weird. Now it is more intense than it was this morning. This morning was running so slow. It definitely warmed up now, but it's still interesting. I don't know if I prefer this or Fury. I think Fury's better because of the more re-rideability and enjoyability, because re-rideability because this thing is so unreliable and the line is long, so it's alright. I got walk-ons at Fury and it's open all the time, but in ride perspective, it's just interesting. I really don't know which one's better. I really don't know. I'm not gonna make that decision right now. So now I'm gonna go somewhere. I don't know where, but somewhere. So I decided to get food, pizza, because there's nothing else at this park. And then I found this absolutely beautiful patio with this amazing view. So let me eat and watch Backlot Stunt Coaster run, and maybe Pantherion if it's open again. Anyway, that's all for today. As you can see, it's darker out and the park is closed. I did ride Grizzly again and Twisted Timbers again, but I didn't film because, you know, I want to have a little bit of enjoyment of this park without filming. Anyway, 2 notes. First of all, I got evac'd on Grizzly, so that was so cool. And another note, I just got off of Twisted Timbers before they closed, and I was in the train second to last from the day, and there was one more train going out with people in my train. So then I wanted to sit in the train again to ride again when there's no people, and then they said no more re-rides. And if you know me, that's my biggest pet peeve with theme parks, when they tell you can't re-ride the coaster even though there is nobody riding it except 1 or 2 people at the end of the day, and I want to ride it again, and then they say, oh, park's closed. What does it make a difference, King's Dominion? I mean, either I'm in the seat or I'm out of the seat. What do you want? It doesn't take any more energy. It's anyway running, so I'd rather be in the seat, but I guess they don't want me in the seat. So yep, King's Dominion and Cedar Fair and Six Flags and everybody that owns parks, please let people re-ride if there's nobody in the train as much as they want, because, you know, it's amazing not to waste time walking or down the exit and through the entrance and putting their stuff away. Yeah, it's much easier to just stay on the train if there's an empty seat. I'm not saying they should make it so people take seats away from people while they're waiting in line. When there is an empty seat, you should always allow people to re-ride. Anyway, that's enough of me talking. Anyway, that was King's Dominion. It's actually a pretty nice park. Definitely worse than Kings Island. It's also smaller, I think, than Kings Island. They don't really have the area over there called Camp Snoopy because it's more in the middle of the park here, and they're missing a couple coasters like an invert that Kings Island has and stuff. So it's worse than Kings Island, but it's still a pretty nice park. They just need to fix some of their operational issues called 5-minute dispatches on Dominator. Their food mainly, it's really bad and really slow. They also have to fix their policy of re-rides. I'm gonna stop now, but it's true, they'd really need to fix that. But overall, it's a very nice park.